This video I'm going to be trying to do a stealth camp in the crownland. And why is it a stealth camp if I'm going to be doing it in the crownland is because the crownland I'm going into is very close to a residential area. You can see right over here, there's a car behind my shoulder. The crownland I'm going to camp in is close to residential places, and it looks like people walk their dogs and do all that sort of stuff. So I'm probably going to bump into people on the trail. What I need to do is I need to find a water source, and I'm going to find a little patch of forest, go off of the logging road, and just find a place to camp. Anyways, enough rambling. I need to get out there and start doing. Alright, so I got a bit of a valley in behind me. I saw it on Google Earth. Most likely there's going to be a water source somewhere. Basically I'm just going to follow this logging path down across the valley to see if I can find any water sources, a little stream or something, and then I'll follow the stream down into this valley here. Well, I just passed the dog walkers. They had about 4 dogs off leash surrounding me. They're pretty good. Easygoing people. They didn't even ask me what I was up to. They just said, sorry man. Carried on with their day. So maybe that's the only people I'll see before I pop into some forest here. Set up my stealth camp. Found a little offshoot path that goes down more into the valley, and I think I hear some running water. This video is going to be a little bit more vlog style, I think. It's like super wet out here, and because we're going into a bit more of a populated area, it might look a little strange setting up a tripod and a camera and doing walking scenes and stuff. Well, I found my stream. Now it's about finding a decent location around here to camp. I see some off-roading marks here and footprints and stuff like that, so I will have to do a little bit of searching around this stream to find somewhere where I can hide for the night. See, that's pretty fresh. And you can kind of see probably a dirt bike. Pretty fresh there too. We got path going that way, path going that way, stream here. So the path is just right here, and the creek is right there. I'm thinking about going across the creek and then just up into here somewhere. Back in there, in that part of the forest, and hopefully if people come with their dogs, they won't cross the river if they hear me or see me or whatever. And up there looks like a good place. Catch my breath. Up there looks like there might be a spot that I could figure something out. Oh God, I nearly sunk in over there. All right, up we go. Back here, see what we have. Looks promising to me. Wow, check that out. It's like a little cave. Right underneath that big Douglas fir that has pretty much fallen all the way down to the stream. Down that way. Let's take a closer look. Oh yeah, this is probably the driest spot in the forest. That's decent size. I could definitely fit in there. You know, I might be able to just throw a bedroll down, wrap myself in a tarp type of thing. It's definitely a pretty cool find, but I'm not super stoked that this might be the place that I'm sleeping tonight. It is incognito, so I do think it's a great location for a stealth camp. I'm very blocked off up here, away from the path, even though the path's quite close. There's quite a lot of debris in this area here, blocking off, and up here. So the path is that way. People aren't really going to see me up here. Just going to clear out the entranceway a little bit and also flatten out an area for me to sleep. I have the Tarava Skrama just for fun. Slightly more packable than my hatchet, but really it's just for fun. the earth is pretty soft, so it's pretty easy to move around, flatten this whole area out. Who would have thought that there's a dry spot on Vancouver Island when it's pouring rain? I think I found the only spot in this area that's naturally sheltered. So looks like I'll have just enough room to be able to lie down this way. Maybe I'll take some more of this dirt out. And it's pretty cozy in here. It's kind of a weird one for me, but it's pretty cozy. Will definitely work. So that's good enough for me. Man, where was this when I was doing my survival videos? This is sweet. It's like a little cave and nice little flat area, all flattened out. Got a couple entrances. I can get in through that way there, or we come around. We have front entrance here, and I'm simply just going to put my tarp down here and then cocoon myself, put my sleeping gear in between, because the tree is doing a really good job at being the rain shelter, so I don't really need to like set up the tarp completely. I could probably just wrap myself in it. Something like that. Then I can put my sleeping gear in there, wrap myself in it, and stay on top of this for now until it's bedtime. Just something to keep the fire contained up here. Hopefully I can get one going. If not, it's not the biggest deal. Pretty dry. Looks very dry on the inside there. Try not to bang it too much. Take off the bark. Use that or switch. Sweet. Switch to this guy. 2 hits, not bad. Not too loud. Debark it. Trying to get as much wet stuff off and out of the wood. This will give your fire the best chance possible. Debarking definitely helps when it's really wet. Been raining for days and days and days. Debarking your wood is almost mandatory, at least for the initial fire. in the comments below, let me know if you like these type of videos, these stealth camping videos. It's kind of a fun thing to do, a little bit different than what I normally do.
I've been collecting and making some firewood with these 3 tools, with the Traveler Yakari Puku, the Gomboy Silky, and the Scrama 240. Been using these 3 to process up this wood here. Everything is very wet like usual. Got some twigs under here. Hopefully by leaving them under here they'll be better and drier, and I will be waiting until nighttime to start the fire. I definitely heard some dogs very recently, so I'm not trying to bang around too much, make too much noise. So every once in a while I just pause, listen to the forest. Some other things that I brought with me to help me with this stealth camp is that I brought stainless steel water bottle, my mug set, Stanley mug and Amazon mug, 2 lids. I got the Sawyer squeeze under a lot of recommendations, so we'll be using that with the water. This is Expedition Research LLC. I think it's just the Amazon stuff. Grill, I got the smallest size, and also the stove, which is a fuel stove, titanium 3-piece fuel stove. And I got a bunch of fuel in here so I can always cook using the solid fuel tablets without a fire. By using this guy here, it's super small and I can set it up on the grill, use the grill. We'll try that out, see how that works. Very compact, and it's not something that has the chance to fail like your standard butane stove. Sometimes they'll stop working, especially if you have a cheap one on Amazon. So this is just something that just doesn't break and is like 100% reliable to cook something. And it's a very small, compact size as well. So I'm standing on this big fir right now. My stealth camp is in here, underneath it. Right there is going to be my fire. And yeah, I'm down in there. Forest around is very dense with a lot of fallen stuff. The stream's down there. The stream is down there. And this log goes all the way. Pretty crafty little location. Down in here, no one's ever gonna see you. That's for sure. Take you down to the river, vlog style, by just walking you with me. I have the Sawyer squeeze. I'll show you where my bear bag is. I hung it up on this tree a little bit earlier because it's on the way to my water source. So I threw it over a tree up there. So that's ready to go. And through here, see, it's very thick and swampy land. Right here, we got the water source with a bunch of skunk cabbage around it. I haven't been filming too much today. It's super wet. Very difficult to do this in film. So I'll do a few squeezes of this. Collect my water like this. Sort of squeeze. Here we have ground beef, rice, and soy sauce all mixed up into the one pot. And this will go down really nicely, and I will just make a tea as well. And I'll have all of this, have my dinner all sorted out before I start a fire. gonna use one of those fuel tablets. See if I can try to get this fire going easily. There's my stealth camp setup. Fire is going very nicely and starting to warm up the shelter. It's a very sweet little setup. And I've been dry, hanging out in there, enjoying the warm fire. Good morning. I slept pretty well. I don't want to get up. I'm laying nice and dry and cozy inside here. Oh, it's pretty good sleep overall. Pretty good stealth camp location. Fire worked out well last night. And then I'll probably just get a coffee, pack up. Squeeze some water into my mug for the coffee. I very much enjoyed having the Sawyer squeeze on me with this trip, and I really like having the 2 extra bags of water to be able to fill up at the water source. So I didn't have to grab some more water this morning. I just grabbed my bear bag with my food and stuff, and then now I can make some coffee. This solid fuel stove thing by Research Expedition worked out. Did I get it right? Expedition Research, sorry, I didn't get it right. Expedition Research solid fuel titanium stove worked out really well, and it does boil water pretty quick. I cooked the rice on it. It worked out pretty well. And the 2 new tools, the Tarava Scrama and the Yakari Puko there, both were very, very enjoyable to use to build the fire. I very much enjoyed using the Scrama to split up wood and to debark things. Both those knives worked out really well. They are both pretty rusty right now because of getting super wet and muddy, so got to clean them up, but just surface rust should be good. Time to hike out of here and have a nice hot shower. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment. See you on the next video.